Have you ever played a game and just fell in love with a character, yet know almost nothing about them? Where'd they come from, and how'd they end up here? Well, if so, stay a while and listen about Kirby. A cute and cuddly pink puffball that is truly good, with a ravenous appetite that was the sole reason for the beginning of the rivalry with King Dedede. But what is Kirby? Is there really a race of Kirbys living out there somewhere? Well, a ton of evidence shows that there's at least one closer than you might think. Meta Knight. I could go on sourcing information from the manga, but I'll just show you a picture of Meta Knight without the mask and rest my case. Kirby Species doesn't seem to have an official name. They're often called Kirbys or puffballs. Now what we know from the manga is many of Kirby's species are Star Warriors and Galaxy Soldiers, a group of warriors that fight evil throughout space. So back to Kirby. He has this childish attitude, but this is attributed to him being slightly underdeveloped. In the first episode of Kirby's animated show, his spaceship crashed prematurely on Popstar, the planet where Dreamland is. The trip was supposed to take several hundred years, and in that time, he was supposed to remain dormant and develop. But his ship slipped into a space rift, causing him to warp to Dreamland. This prevented him from maturing into the Star Warrior he was meant to become, as it got him to the planet roughly 200 years early. Now Kirby rarely speaks aside from and Poyo means nothing, by the way, not in English or Japanese, pure happy gibberish. Now, despite not being overly talkative, Kirby loves to sing, although he is tone deaf. Portrayed as lovable, he does have an impulsive side to him, like the time he accused King Dedede of interfering with the Fountain of Dreams, then leaves before the king can defend himself. He as well once attacked Meta Knight for trying to safeguard a chest Kirby believed contained a slice of strawberry shortcake. It did not. It did not have his cake. It was instead a prison for a being known as Dark Nebula, a very powerful, very evil entity that Kirby mistakenly released, looking for his cake. Now, Kirbys Anatomy is truly odd. His stomach is a little bit more than you might suspect. See, when enemies are consumed, they don't enter his belly, but rather a pocket dimension that exists inside of him. Kirby can enter his own stomach dimension so that he can select and copy any previously swallowed creature to gain their power. So yes, Kirby can enter his own stomach. Meditate on this. His vacuum ability is attributed to his powerful lungs. Now, whether or not he actually has lungs are as of yet unconfirmed. Kirby's body is highly flexible and completely malleable. He can bend and stretch nearly limitlessly and seems to be almost as light as air, as he can puff up and flap his arms to float. But when floating is just not fast enough, he can summon his warp star either telepathically or on his cell phone. This is his primary means for transportation through the galaxy and can travel at the speed of light. So what do you guys think of Kirby? Do you love him as much as I do? Also, who else do you guys want me to do next? I'm completely open to ideas here. Thanks for watching, everyone.